Hi guys, it's Amy. Today I'm going to talk about the basics to pitch shots. So many of you guys ask what the difference is between chip shots and pitch shots. So if you're near the edge of the green and you're about 5 yards, anywhere from 5 yards to 20 yards away from the flag, those are called chip shots. But if you're a little bit further away from the edge of the green and you have about 40-50 yards all the way up to 100 yards and you're making bigger swings like half swings to 3/4 swings, those are called pitch shots. So chip shots and pitch shots technique-wise are very similar in a way. For example, like your stance is narrower than your shoulder width apart, and you stand a little bit open to the target as opposed to parallel to target you do in the full swings, a little bit opened. And you start with the weight on the left foot about 60%. And then when you get into your backswing, you don't want to shift your weight, but you want to keep the 60% on the left foot. Those are some similarities in chip shots and pitch shots. So today I'm going to talk about two things that are different in pitch shots. Okay, so the first one is very simple, just stance width. So with chip shots, they're very short shots. So all you're doing is just swinging kind of hip high. So I want your stance width to be very narrow, about wide enough to fit one fist, very narrow. But when it comes to pitch shots, you're making half swings to like 3/4 swings. So you are going to lose your balance a little bit. So you want to widen your stance ever so slightly to give you a little better stability. So everybody's a little different, but full swings, your shoulder width apart with the stance. And then with the chip shots, very narrow, maybe a fist width. So with pitch shots, you want to be anywhere between those two. So for me, I stand about 3 to 4 inches wider than my chip shot stance width, like this. Ball position is the same left to the middle, but just because the width is different, the ball position looks different, but it's actually the same thing, left to the middle, like this. And then the second point is in your swing. So I emphasize in your full swings, I emphasize you use your thigh, hip, back, shoulder blade in that order to turn, and thigh, hip, back, shoulder blade to push. That's the full swing. And when it comes to chip shots, it's a very small swing, so you will use just maybe sometimes just the thigh or thigh, hip, turn and push this way. But with pitching wedge, I guess a lot of people think that you need to swing smaller than the full swing but bigger than chip shots. So a lot of people end up using their hands. So it kind of goes like this. They kind of go thigh, hip, and then all hands lift, and then hands through. So as you can see, your hands are out of sync with your body. If this happens, the club goes right under the golf ball, you pop it up, and it goes very short. So distance control is going to be very hard. So you're going to have to sync up your hands to your body and really learn to use thigh, hip, and back for that half swing, 3/4 swing. So you can do all these different drills. You can put a towel under your armpits and then try and sync up your hands to your body that way. Or you can use an empty water bottle and then stick it between your wrists and then try and not drop it and sync up your hands to your body. But today I have prepared a head cover, something you can grab easily from your golf club when you're practicing. So let me show you that. Okay, so this guy is a little round, so it's easier to work with. I'm going to stick this between my forearms. So my goal here is to not drop this guy. And my hands are basically just holding the club, and it's just keeping the position in front of my chest, not kind of going all by itself out of sync like this. So okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my thigh, hip, back to turn and push. Watch. Okay, see how I didn't drop my head cover and my hands looked a lot more in sync with my body compared to when it was RMZ. So I want you to do a lot of drills like this to sync up your hands to your body. That way you will really feel your back turning into it more so compared to your chip shot swings. So if you get this down, then your distance is going to be consistent with your pitch shots, which is going to help you score better. I hope you're able to follow along. In the next lesson, I will be talking about your distance control for pitch shots. So tune in, and I'll see you guys in the next lesson.